So, as an introduction, the Suez Canal connects Asia and Europe and carries about 12% of the world trade. And in 2021, a ship called Ever Given got stuck for 6 days, blocking the canal. This stops hundreds of ships and delayed goods worldwide. And this case classified as the global sourcing issues because it affected the international movement of raw materials and products. And many companies depend on the Suez Canal for their shipments, like transporting parts from Asia to factories in Europe. And when the canal was blocked, it delayed production, postponed custom deliveries, and caused major financial losses. And it really showed how much global supply chain depend on one key route.
The salvage company hired to free the huge container ship blocking the Suez Canal since Tuesday has warned it may take days or even weeks to move the vessel. The canal is one of the world's busiest trading routes, with more than 10% of global trade passing through, as Sally Nabil reports.
An ultra-large vessel is blocking the Suez Canal. Satellite images show the 400-meter-long Ever Given stuck, bringing navigation to a standstill. Tugboats and dredgers were dispatched to the area, but nothing has worked so far. The huge size of the ship and the heavy cargo on board are complicating rescue efforts. It's not clear exactly why the ship has run aground. Official statements say it went off course due to bad weather.
The suspension of navigation through the Suez Canal has created an atmosphere of uncertainty. No one knows when things can go back to normal. This incident has created congestion. Dozens of ships are waiting to resume their journeys.
A traffic jam of vessels is mounting up, and some shipping companies are already preparing to rerouting ships around the Cape of Good Hope. Oil prices already rose as a result of this impasse, amid fears of extensive delays. The concern is that the longer the blockage lasts, the bigger the losses might be. Sally Nabil, BBC News.
So the video that we just saw right now is the issue of the Suez Canal blockage, which happened in March 2021, and the massive container ship Ever Given got stuck diagonally across the Suez Canal in Egypt, completely blocking one of the world's busiest trade routes for 6 days. The blockage stopped over 400 ships and disrupted global trade worth around 9 billion per day, which is a lot, which is like a global loss. And this incident shows how fragile global company chains can be when a single checkpoint is blocked. And one of the companies that got blocked for those 6 days was IKEA, and it was one of the companies affected, with about 110 containers of its product delayed, especially goods being shipped from the Asia-Pacific region.
My name is Hawa Iman, and now I will talk about the causes of the issue. First, we have the reliance on a single critical route. IKEA's main manufacturing is in Asia, but its biggest market are in Europe. So the company depends almost entirely on the Suez Canal as the shortest, cheapest route to move goods. And secondly, we have the increase in ultra-large container vessels. So to achieve low cost, IKEA's shipping partners use massive container ships like the Ever Given. When one of these large vessels gets stuck, the resulting blockage is catastrophic to the small initial accident. And finally, the last one is the just-in-time or JIT inventory model. IKEA uses a lean inventory strategy, which is the JIT, to save money on storage. Because they hold very little extra stock, the 6-day blockage instantly translates into missing products on store shelves. Okay, now I will talk about the effects on company supply chain, which is for IKEA. The first one is delays and supply constraint. The primary effect was the delay of goods, which could cause availability constraint for certain IKEA products, adding to existing pressure from the COVID-19 pandemic. And the second one is increased pressure on ports, which once the canal was cleared, European ports experienced a peak in vessel arrival, further increasing pressure on seaport terminals already congested due to high cargo demand. And finally, we have the need for alternative logistics, which the uncertainty forced shipping companies like IKEA's partner to consider diverting ships around the Cape of Good Hope, adding 7 until 10 days to the journey, which would significantly increase costs and lead to higher carbon emission.
Thanks to Hawa Iman Humaira. So my name is Muhammad Arfan bin Muhammad Riza, number matrix 08DPI24F1123. So now I'm going to explain about long-term impacts on company supply chain, which is IKEA. So the first one, Suez Canal blockage in 2021 caused major shipment delays and product shortages for IKEA. For the second one, exposed IKEA heavy reliance on a single global shipping route. For the third one is led to long-term strategies to strengthen supply chain resilience, expanded regional warehouses and alternative transport routes, invested in real-time tracking and digital logistic tools, and for the last one, shifted focus from cost efficiency to supply chain flexibility and risk management. Next, I'm going to explain about the business response, how they, which is IKEA, handle it. So the first one, during the blockage, IKEA confirmed about 110 containers were delayed and immediately worked with shipping partners like Maersk to reroute some vessels around the Cape of Good Hope. For the second one, the company communicated openly with customers about expected delays through its website and store notices. For the third one, after the canal reopened, IKEA launched a catch-up logistic plan to restore normal operation. For the fourth one, prioritize delayed shipments and replenish key products. For the fifth one, temporarily increase container shipments and warehouse capacity. For the second last one, adjusted stock management and delivery timelines to meet demand. Last but not least, this action helped IKEA recover quickly, maintain customer trust, and strengthen its preparedness for future global disruption.
My name is Norafina Damia, and I will talk about strategic recommendation on how IKEA fixes. The first one is effective communication, where they establish a crisis communication teams to manage updates and coordination. It is to ensure transparent, consistency, and timely communication with suppliers and shipping partners, and also retailers and customers. They use digital platforms such as emails, apps, dashboards for real-time updates, and also they maintaining empathy and professionalism to build trust in stakeholders. Okay, so the second strategic recommendation is future strategy. The first one is supplier and routes diversification, where it is to avoid over-reliance on Suez Canal and explore alternative sea, rail, and air routes. The second one is digital transformation, where they implement AI-driven logistic forecasting and real-time tracking. It is also to improve visibility across the global supply chain. The third one is strategic inventory planning, where they develop original distribution centre and maintain buffer stock to reduce disruption impact. Last but not least is collaborative crisis planning, where they partner with logistic providers and authorities. They also create standards, contingency protocols for global. So the conclusion is the Suez Canal blockage revealed global supply chain vulnerabilities, where in the IKEA's case shows that the need for resilient and adaptive strategies. And the key takeaways are strengthen communication and stakeholders relations, invest in digital and technological innovations, and build flexible, diversified, and crisis-ready supply chains. That's all from us. Thank you.